Hello, hello, hello. How is everybody doing? How are we doing tonight? Sorry, I was a tad bit late. You know when like you have to do something and there's a time period for you to do it in, and you really got to do it, and then you have to go to the bathroom. And that was me. That was my existence. And I didn't even get myself a drink. I might make Mr. Fright later go grab me something to whet my whistle. Yeah. Can I have a non-alcoholic beer? So let's...
Definitely not alcohol.
Yeah, non-alcoholic one, please.
Definitely not alcohol.
Stop winking when you say that. I mean it. Okay. So let's see who is with us. Hi, Vic. How are you doing? Hey, Kristen. Hey, Florio. Hey, Isabel. And hey, Douglas. How are we all doing tonight? What's going on? That is what a husband is for. That's correct. Loving me unconditionally and getting me a beer. I'll take the fake Paloma. Thank you. It's not even a beer. Athletics have done like alcohol, but this does not taste anything like a Paloma does. It does, however, taste like a grapefruit beer, so I'm okay with that. But yeah. Hey, Zombie, how you doing? I'm so excited to see you here. I know you were excited for this one. So yeah. Cheers. Ba 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 ba. Ba ba ba. As they say in Sweet Caroline. So yeah. Tonight I figure we would go over because error 6767. No, not 67. I forget. There's numbers after error, but I've been going by error just because it's easier. They put out a new addition to the I Have a Face series, or, you know, the Public Bathroom Club. Hey, Laws, how are you doing? While wandering around. Okay, don't get too lost, though. Keep aware. And I figured that we would watch this new episode, see if we could get any more clues from it, and try to guess what's going on. So it's okay, perfect. Isabel says she doesn't know what theory crafting is. So theory crafting is when you are crafting theories, when you are trying to come up with theories based on the clues that's in the project. What was interesting about this? So Era has been doing this thing where they premiere their episodes, and which is great. But they've been doing either like a music video or part of the Public Bathroom Club. So it's always kind of like a mystery of like, what are you going to get? Great marketing tactic, by the way, because all of us are in like waiting and being like, when is it? What is it? Which one is it? And like, we'll stay to see if there's clues or something. So that being said, this one was interesting because they had the first two episodes. And this is a recap from like my video and what was covered. So there's the first two episodes to it, and then there was like hidden videos that went with it. I don't like this hair right here. Go away. Hidden videos or private videos that like went like unlisted. They weren't private. Unlisted videos that went along with it. And the last one was in Gallica, and it said, oh, I should pull up notes. I should have pulled up my notes. Hold on. I don't know what's going to come up. Okay, that's separate from what you guys are looking at. Okay, not that. Hold on one sec. Oh, wait, you guys can't see my computer screen. Thank God. Okay, sorry. I'm pulling up notes for myself. It was in Gallica, and it said something so cool. Second episode. Okay. The title and description is in Irish Gallica. It was translated. The title says you can't change this. And then the description says the poor game has to be saved for when the end comes. It will start all over again. I almost feel bad. So this is interesting because in this premiere, it starts from the beginning. It's episodes 1 and 2. Again, just like in one big one. So it's like it started again. I will say I was thinking about like watching the originals side by side with this new one. I have not gotten the chance to do that, so I don't know if there's been any changes made necessarily. So keep that in mind. But I figured we would just watch the new information this time around. Because I also want, like, if you're into this, I do want you to go check out the I Have a Face page. And the link for it is in the description. And that way you can, you know, give the artist some recognition. Because if you don't give the artist recognition, we're not going to get little tweets. And I think we all want our little tweets, don't we, guys? We want our little tweets so we can solve this. So, yeah. Oh, hi, Burb. How are you? Burb's, Bird, not Burb. See, I'm dyslexic. Bird is actually in the Discord for this and has been a great help. So that's the other thing. If you're really into this and you think you might have answers because you think I'm just a dum-dum who can't see stuff, which is probably true, please join the Discord. Please go onto the Reddit and help with solving the clues. So, yeah. It's just speculating, isn't it? Yeah, it is. But, like, we do some puzzle solving, too, while speculating. But, yeah, it's theory crafting is just thinking, like, what do you think is going to come next? Thank you for paying rent. Thank you, Zombie, for also reminding people to pay rent. How do you pay rent here at Ladies Fright? It's very simple. All you have to do is either like, comment when the stream's done. Or, actually, I think you can comment now, technically. But like, comment, or subscribe if you have not done so already. And that way I can offer you 10%. 10% of what? You'll have to find out once you do one of those things. So, yeah. But let's jump into it if we're ready. Are we ready? Let me double check. Are we good? I know I talked a little fast there. I'm just like really excited about this. It was a lot of fun. Okay. Let's just go. Oh, don't do that. There we go. Okay. Let me know if the sound's okay. You'll have to listen to my horrible voice acting because no one talks in this. So I should say where we last left off is Polly says, "I'm sorry, I don't trust this. I'm staying outside." And everyone walks into the house but Polly. The smell of apple pie fills my nose as I walk in. Hi, Sadra. How are you doing? I hope dinner was delicious. I do want to say, too, once again, and I pointed this out in my last video, Tab looks very flat. Like, very two-dimensional, where Zane has a little bit more perspective in the way that she's drawn. Like, Tab is almost drawn... I know, like, hold on. Let me move a little bit. Maybe if I hang out here tonight. What? I'm just going to hang up here. Tab is drawn like at an angle and feels very flat, where Zane is not. And it feels very purposeful to do that. I don't know the purpose yet. If you guys have an idea, please pipe in. Let me know. Cookbook for sweets and tea. Did you make this? The bunny gives a thumbs up. Is your name Miss Cherrybelle? The bunny gives a thumbs up. Sorry, guys. I just need to lower it just a little bit. It's loud in my ear. Zane, hey, can I keep calling you Miss Bun Bun? Or calling you Bun Bun? Miss Cherrybelle gives a thumbs up. Thank you. Miss Cherrybelle makes a gesture to sit and then walks to the kitchen. So, can we trust her? Do you not trust Bun Bun? No. No, do not trust her at all. So, yeah, the other thing is how naive Zane is. And especially with the fact that she is dressed seductively is the best way I could put it, because she's just in a bra and underwear. And there's some theories going around that, like, maybe she is a sex worker of some kind and then got into a bad situation and she was fighting with people who take her money for her work. But she feels very naive in a weird way. And I don't know. I can't put, like, my finger on it, but she has to know more than she's, like, letting on. Like, she just has to. Aw, but she's so cute. That's a silly reason to trust her. Well, I trust her. Yeah, and then it says it doesn't know who's saying this. So this is a completely different voice. Who's in the room with them? She's as cute as a butterfly. Did you guys just hear a voice? Yeah, I did. Yeah, I said it, darling. A rock with expensive makeup is on the ground. How do you know it's expensive makeup? Also, why a talking rock? With small hesitation, I pick up the rock. That's some pretty expensive looking makeup. Also, I didn't fully mean to, but I think I'm cosplaying as the Rock today. I think I'm the Rock. I did not mean to, but I think I am the Rock. Okay. It's the eyeballs on the wall talking in the brain. That's crazy, Sage Rat. That's almost as crazy as a rock talking. Yeah. So this to me feels symbolic in some way. It's just trying to find the symbolism to all of it. Hey Angel, my name is Rocklisa and I'm chiseled. Rocklisa makes groaning sound like they are flexing. Okay, so why am I holding a talking rock? Also, why is everyone so chill? Like, Tab was like the lady in a bunny mask. First off, we were told it was a bunny mask originally. More and more, it seems like she just has a bunny head and not a bunny mask. Like, she is a humanoid bunny. And then, like, what? Why are we chill with a talking rock? Why are we not, like, screaming? Like, personally, for me, I would drop the rock and scream because that's scary. Bird appeared. Yeah, I agree. It feels suspicious in a way that she would trust the bunny pretty much off the bat, and her also having certain information and others don't have. Yes, but also, like, it's so odd. This is about Zane, but also it's so odd because Zane seems to be grounded in the reality that they're in because she says that she lives near Tab. So, like, she's like, oh, I'm off the coast or whatever of where you are. So it's very weird. The Rolling Stone drops the rock. Hey, you dropped me. Pick me back up. I would refuse. I would say kick rocks and then giggle to myself. Actually, that's not true. I would I'd be pissing and shitting. I'd be so scared. Darling, I'm not just any talking rock. I'm a chisel talking rock. Get it. Rock Lisa. Can you throw that thing away? Once again, I would be like, could you throw that thing away? I go, absolutely not. One of my favorite lines from the anime Demon Slayer, I never finished it, by the way, but one of my favorite lines is he like walks into this like one of the guys walks into this spider area, and there's like a weird spider thing, and in the English dub he's like, you better not start talking to me. And that's how I feel about this rock, is you better not start talking to me. What? Hey Zane, do you want this loud pebble? Pebble? No, yeah, I like rocks. Zane, of course, would like rocks, and is not concerned that it's talking whatsoever. Zane is such a confusing... I feel like there's so... Like, she is such a key piece to something. Because she comes in so distressed, won't even talk to anybody. Like, she's not trusting of anyone to talk to. And is like, are you upset with me? Are you going to hurt... Like, she doesn't say, are you going to hurt me? But it's like, she says something where, like, she's so not trusting. Won't talk to Tab. And then, like, really takes a little bit to warm up, even to get her name out to Naji. So why is she just like, yeah, Bunny, follow him, I don't give a fuck. Oh, this rock, I love rocks. The more talking, the better. Reminds me a bit of hearing about an old tabletop RPG session where people played themselves, including whatever they brought for the day. Interesting thought experiment. Like, would they really enter a burning building and save someone? I don't want to play this game. This feels like it's going to reveal answers about me I don't want revealed. Oh yeah, her saying that she lived near Tab seemed pretty convenient if she was lying or something, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't... It's very odd. Sweet. So where do you think Polly went? Where did Zane put her? Zane doesn't have pockets. Where is Rock Lisa? Where did she go? I think she stayed outside. Sorry, this is the first time. So when I watched this in the premiere, it was on the TV. This is the first time I'm listening to it, and it's in the headphones, and it's going like back and forth, and it's a little disorienting. I'm not gonna lie. Well, yeah, but do you think she's going to find something? I don't really care if she does. What? Why? She's kind of a bully. She makes me feel sad. Or she make me feel sad. So that's the other thing. Like, the words are... Some of them are not written right. But sometimes... So sometimes certain phrases are written correctly. And sometimes they're not written correctly. I think there's something to it, too. I will admit that I'm pretty good at finding stuff in a narrative. I'm not great at puzzle solving. Like basics wise, but I feel like there's something to like the words not being written correctly. I know some people have been like, well, maybe they don't have, like, maybe English is a second language, which sure, or maybe they just don't spell. Like, I'm dyslexic and I make mistakes like that sometimes. But it feels like if you're gonna put all the effort into making the music and all the effort into making these art pieces for it, that you would like quickly get your like spelling and grammar checked. And like sometimes it's correct and sometimes it's not correct. So that's always really interesting to me. Everyone, if you click the like button, you will suddenly see a rock. That's scary. Don't tell them that. That sounds scary. I wouldn't click the like button. I played a World of Darkness Wraith game with buddies, and most of them quit because we played ourselves. Oh. Okay. That's not good. Hey, Zozo, what's up? What do you want? What do you want, pretty girl? I think she is nice. She wants to feel strong. She changed in the past 4 years. Sorry, I really don't like her anymore. It's okay. She will grow out of it. Rock Lisa has entered the chat. Well, I think we should leave her for the wolves. Wolves? Wolves. I think we should leave her for the wolves. Rock Lisa, shut the fuck up. You just got here. You don't even know. You don't even know Rock Lisa. She doesn't even go here. I think it's also interesting that Tab is trying to play this older sister character. She clearly... she's someone who would say adulting, unironically. She wants to go out and party. She is in her 20s. She wants to go out and party. She says that she's just out of college, but she's 26, which is kind of interesting. And as an accountant, I don't know how much college she would have needed, but she's still like she says alcohol's her life. So even though she's taking on the most adult role in this group, it seems like throughout the rest of her life, all the other stuff that she's had to take on as an adult has been reluctantly. She's like, yeah, I'm like kind of good at my job, but not really good at my job. I want to go out and I want to party. I want to do karaoke. I want to drink. And then, you know, let's all get to know each other. Very like big sister energy. I didn't ask for your opinion. Get her, Tab. Get her. Get Rock Lisa. Miss Cherrybelle waves. And even like Cherrybelle. Like the spelling of the way that Cherrybelle is like either a compound word or not a compound word changes as well. Miss Cherrybelle waves at us to come into the kitchen. To the kitchen. We arrived in the kitchen to a table full of food. Whoa, did you make this for us? Miss Cherrybelle, give a thumb up. Zane is very hungry. Why is Zane acting like a toddler? Is Zane regressing? No, because she has a similar outburst in the school where she, like, yells. She's so weird. Like, as a character, not as a person. That'd be mean to say. Can we trust this food? Somehow I feel the sad energy coming off Miss Cherrybelle. Something tells me that she does not get to cook much. Well, don't worry, Miss Cherrybelle. I trust your cooking. The food smells like fresh carrots and tofu. And tofu? Oh, I can't wait much longer. Without a second thought, Zane stuffed her face with the food. Whoa, so good. So good. So good. Well, I shall dig in as well. Taking a bite, the flavors remind me of my mother's cooking. So, okay, and when I saw this line, it made me wonder if they're all eating something different. So, like it looks the same, but when they eat it, it, like, reminds them of something different and nostalgic. So for Najee, because she's missing her mother, it's going to taste like her mother's cooking. Wow, this is really good. Did you teach yourself to cook? Cherrybelle gives a thumbs up. I can tell she's very happy right now. All right, I guess I can try it. Tab takes the smallest bit. I actually think this might be gourmet. So, like, that's the other thing. So, once again, unless you're going to eat into something that reminds you of your mom's food and go, wow, that's gourmet. Unless circumstances being your parent is a gourmet chef. So that's why I wonder if, like, they're each tasting something different, and this, like, puts them more into, like, the game that they're in. It reminds me a little bit of, like, Alice in Wonderland, and a little bit of, like, the myth of Persephone, of having to, like, eat something and ingest something in order to become part of the world. So if we look at, like, the hero's journey, let's bring that up really quickly, and let's pretend we know this is based on the hero's journey. Let's just pretend. Okay. If we go and we look at the hero's journey. Okay. Can you just show me a big picture of it? Thank you. Okay. So we're looking at the hero's journey. You have the call to adventure. So the call to adventure in this case would be the feeling of death. Like Najee being like, I feel death. And then sorry. The supernatural aid. That's the bathroom. Entering into the bathroom would be the supernatural aid, right? That's where they all meet. That's going on. Threshold guardians. This and the threshold beginning transformation. I would say this is the woods. Very often woods are used as a threshold in fairy tales and folk tales. The woods tend to carry like a very mystical property to it. You can think about like Little Red Riding Hood. Once she enters into the woods, she goes from like society to then being like fearful of the wolf that lives inside the woods. So there's a mentor or a helper, and then there's the abyss and death and rebirth. Now, I have a feeling that this is more like a game than a straightforward narrative. And I think there's bad endings, and I think there's good endings. And I think it matters on the choices that the game player makes. Because I want to remind you that, like, we're watching this and we're asking what these people are doing, but I don't think they're necessarily in control of their actions. I think we are watching it through the point of view of a game player. So that's why I also question who these messages, when there is binary code, who is it for? Is it in game binary? Like, is that what, like, is the message supposed to be for Najee, or is it supposed to be for who's ever playing the game and making the choice to do the fights, who's making the choice to trust Tab or not to trust Tab? Like, who's the messages for? So I think we're going to get here at some point, and then we're going to keep coming back to the known, or like having to re-enter the threshold. So re-enter the bathroom. What I think will be interesting is to see if we re-enter the bathroom because Najee, the player, has made a bad choice and therefore needs to go back, and the bathroom is a nexus, or are we going to re-enter the bathroom as different playable characters? And I give this as the example. I don't play a lot of like RPG games like this, I will be very honest, but I have been known to play a dating sim. Right now I'm going through Date Everything, and I'm trying to date and make smoochies with all of my household appliances and objects. But anyway, in other RPGs, there is this, excuse me, sorry. There is, you can make choices and you can get a bad ending. And then the idea is that you start back from the beginning and make different choices to get different endings. And you can do that with multiple suitors in these games. So instead of multiple suitors, what if we had multiple points of view to come back to in this game? So maybe we come back as Tab at one point. Or maybe we come back as Zane at one point. Or Polly. And we can see like why they're doing what they are doing. But I don't know. I do have a feeling that this, you know, this kind of relates to the hero's journey, but I do think it's like a hero's journey that's going to keep repeating and repeating and repeating itself. Sage Rat, sorry, Joan, I'm going to have to bow out. Rent has been paid. See you soon. See you soon. Thank you. Isabel, you have to go to the underworld to be changed. Yes. Yeah, I don't know if they're going to reach the underworld as smoothly as a straightforward narrative would. So, okay, let's go back to this. The flavors are great and the textures are not too soft. Wrong too. Like bone marrow soup. See, that's what I mean. If it's carrots and tofu, how does it taste like bone marrow soup? Also, I've never had bone marrow soup. What do you mean too soft? Isn't soup's a liquid? Is bone marrow soup dense? Someone explain. I'm dumb. Someone explain this to me. Sure, I guess. Me too, Zane. Me too. Charlie Bell does a little happy dance. This is nice. I kind of forgot how it feels to have a good dinner. Dinner? The sun is still up. Dinner with the sun still up? I guess you are right. I thought the sun was going down. All three of us ate the food together. Maybe life isn't so bad after all. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, it feels like she's tempted to stay in this world. And she's being tempted to stay in this world. And, like, the food is kind of part of it. Such as Persephone and the three pomegranate seeds. There we go. Sorry, guys. Sometimes when I put on makeup, my nose gets runny after. I'm probably allergic to makeup slightly. Anyway. I don't know. It just feels like it's tempting her to stay. What were we looking for again? See what I mean? It feels very disassociated. Like, it feels like you're disassociating and the escapism is winning. Mr. Fright says, cats, rabbits, weird food is this an Alice in Wonderland allegory? Possibly. Something happens later. Which makes me wonder. Possibly. After we ate, Miss Cherrybell gestured to follow her down a hallway. We stopped at a big door with a bunch of locks. One by one, each lock fell off. And the door opened. This reminds me of that scene... Mr. Fright, what was that one anime movie that we watched where they had, like, keys to different doors? It led to different realities.
now for some reason I can only think of Your Lie in April, which is
It's not Your Lie in April. But doesn't this look like that?
Yeah, okay, I can kind of see that.
Right, when like they first go to the door and it has like the water surface.
Is it this one, Suzume?
Yeah, Suzume. It looks like Suzume. Hold on, let me pull that up. Go away, Suzume.
Suzume.
It images show me, like, it reminds me of the Colosseum kind of thing. She's not in a Colosseum. I don't know what you call that. But like, show me a big picture of it. Thank you. It looks like, it reminds me of this with the door in the center. Okay. 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 I know in DDLC visual novel game, at some point the player gets reverted back to the start of the game, but things are more different. The code from the second episode reminds me of that for sure. Yeah. Yeah. Like, things are not how they seem. Especially because I didn't notice, and I didn't say it till... Or I didn't notice on my first watch through, and after I wrote my script, I noticed it after. If you go back and look at the second episode when they're walking through the halls, it's after they talk to the sweaty man that the chairs start doing weird things in the classrooms. And it's like the second to last classroom, all the chairs are pushed together in the middle. And the last classroom, all the desks and chairs are on the ceiling. So, like, everything is not in the right place. Also, as I said, no one's talking about the fish. Why is no one talking about the fish on the second floor? Actually, this has water, too. This has water and reflective surface. I'm wondering if the save file that we see in the loading screen will play a role at all like it does in DDLC, like restarting a save. Yes, I do wonder that too, because the person who's ever playing looks like they are trying to choose which one they want to do. A world so much beautiful than mine, a place I could cry. A place so beautiful I could cry. So bright. What is this place? Are we still on Earth? See what I mean? This is so otherworldly, and they're noting how otherworldly there is, and they're way more chill about it than I would personally be. I'd be pissing and shitting. I'd be so scared. Miss Cherrybell looks at me, then gives me a note. What lovely handwriting you have, Miss Cherrybell. I can totally read this. Find my flower. Very... to... in maze. The note says, find my flower in maze. Very important to me. Yeah, we all read that, guys, right? We all read that by looking at this note? We all read that? Also, okay, that's the flower, but what's the image at the bottom supposed to be? Is that supposed to be Miss Cherrybell? Oh, Najee, what's that paper? We have to look for a special flower in a maze? Aw, but I like it here. It seems to be important to Miss Cherrybell. Alright, I guess we can find the flower. Do you want us to bring it back here? Miss Cherrybell gives a big, fat thumbs up. Yeah. Miss Cherrybell gestures us to follow her. Are we here? Miss Cherrybell gives a thumbs up. All right, so where do we go to enter? There's a big green door on the side of the bush over there. Probably a good place. Miss Cherrybell points to the green door. Solid. All right, let's all go. Miss Cherrybell gives a thumbs down, then points at me. Only me? Miss Cherrybell gives a thumbs up. Hey, wait. Do I not... hey, wait. I do not like that idea at all. Once again, agreeing with Tab. I said it in my video. Sometimes Tab has the right idea. Right now, Tab has the best idea. No, we are girlies. We are girly pops. We go to the bathroom together. We go into strange mazes together by humanoid bunnies. We're a team. That's what being a girls mean. Means you'll go with your friends into a haunted maze that a bunny woman sends you into to find her very important flower. I'm just saying. Let me go with Najee. I do think it's a little fucked up that Tab's gonna go with Najee and not bring Zane. Like, just leave Zane on her own. I think they should. I would also bring Zane with me, personally. Miss Cherrybell gives a thumbs down. Don't worry, Tab. I will be okay. I think. Okay, just yell Zane. Just yell and Zane and I will save you. You, once again, way too quickly changed your mind. No, I won't want to stay with... No, I won't. I want to stay with Bun Bun. Zane. Zane, girly. Come on. Okay, I guess I will save you. I will hold you to it. What if the catalyst to entering the bathroom is like some form of dissatisfaction with your life? Because we know that Najee entered the bathroom after she was in the woods trying to get away from all the stuff at school. And then we know that Zane left to get sick after an argument. So I'd assume she wouldn't want to be where she was either. And we can assume that Tab isn't really in love with her life the way it is right now. The only one we're unsure of is Polly, but I think we can all guess by her character that she puts up a very tough front to hide the fact that she is, like, afraid of things. Or she just comes off as more the outspoken one. And this is not, like... This is what she's done to survive. And we don't know why she changed. Like, Najee only knows that she changed after she... Like, Najee moved, which would be putting yourself very much at the center, Najee, of other people's lives, and I don't think that's necessarily the case. So something must have happened to Polly to make her change and to make her more wanting of protection in social status of some kind. So I wonder if there's something about, like, you enter the bathroom when you're at a state of, like, not wanting to be where you are anymore, which would be very Alice in Wonderland. Is this an allegory for Alice in Wonderland? Why would it be? We have the bunny. Zane does kind of have the colors of the Disney version of the Cheshire Cat. I don't know. I gotta sit on that one. That might be something. That might be something. Okay. I walk up and open the light green door. We're getting back into gameplay now. So remember, this is a game. Choose arrow. We go left. Go forward. Hello, my new wife. Ooh, it's a spunky spider. You know, in the last episode, they killed a spider. And Zane made a weird comment like that could have been a girl. Which, okay, sure. Was that this spider's wife? Is that what I'm led to believe? That this is that spider's wife? Bird. That's actually a pretty solid theory. All the characters seem like they're struggling with certain things. I did bring up before, I think that games are kind of escapism from life. No, they absolutely are an escapism from life. So, yeah, I don't disagree. And I think this is a form of escapism, which also makes me wonder if, like, technically in a weird way, the player has also entered the bathroom because they're looking through escapism. They're just doing it through a game. Not like the characters in the game that are going through a physical escapism. Hello, my new wife. You may not pass until you confess to me. I'm sorry, but I really... I'm sorry, really, but I've never really had a crush. Well, my lady, I will be your knight then. I can defend myself. Sorry. Oh, come on, girlie. Let me love you. No. No. Tip for all the guys out there. Don't do this. It's weird. I don't like it. Why does he have nipples? Oh, I guess those are his legs. I'm sorry, those are his other legs. I thought he had nipples. Let me get a good look at you, sweetheart. Slap the spider, yes. Slap that spider. Oh! Gone. And notice no points come up this time. Or what I would assume is points. Keep the head and find the end. Store bread keeps lead. Meal to feast before bed. Soon you will find your head in the end. What does that even mean? I'm sure that's a puzzle. I am positive that's a puzzle. I do need to look at this more carefully. That has to be something. But also, this is the part that was making me think Alice in Wonderland as well, like a funky mushroom talking stuff. That feels very Alice in Wonderland as well. Slap the ghost room? Ghost room use ghost gas. And then there's a 2 at the bottom there. With like a melty. So that's the other thing. Okay, so what does ghost gas mean? Yeah, what does ghost gas mean? And does it have an effect on the rest of the stuff we are going to see from here on out? Because then we have... Oh, wait. I didn't ever notice the heart in the corner. When did we get that? Okay, so we didn't have a heart in the right-hand corner when we faced the spider. It's a 2 with a slash. Hi, Ken. How are you doing? So yeah, it's a it's a 2, and then it has like a meh face and a heart. So like if we're playing a game, I would assume that's like your health, right? So your health is at like meh, like you took damage for that. Do we keep it and then it disappears. What does that mean? Bark, bark, bark. Slap the doggy. Don't slap the doggy. It's just a doggy. Sorry, there was barking happening here in this room. So we wanted to do some voice acting. She's my one older dog. Sometimes she like just actually restless in her bed, and we say that she's fighting the goblins, but she goes like arr, 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 and that's what she was doing. Zozo, come here. Zosif, come here. Hey, pretty girl. Hi, pretty girl. Yeah. We did not slap the dog, and we didn't get a heart again. Also, I really should... Someone should. Probably me, because I have the idea. Should try to see if I can map out what this maze looks like. It's Candy Mountain, Charlie. Pick up the flower. Yes or no? I will not, you will not take this flower. Only top knights are allowed in this maze. The flower is my world, and I will put my life on the line to save it. Why is the flower so important to you? The forest lives on a single flower, and disturbing it will hurt my home. Okay. I do want to say, we are not currently in a forest. We are currently in a maze, but we did come from the forest. So I'm assuming he's talking about the woods that we walked through. Please leave here and don't come back. Miss Cherrybell told me to get the flower. Don't lie to me. She would never tell anyone to do that. But she did. Slap the garden keeper. I think we should slap the garden keeper. But we chose yes. And then that, okay, so then this circle comes up. Right here. And if you look at that, that is very similar. Maybe it's not that similar to the mom. What are we at right now? We're at 103. Where's the mom pop up? Here. Yeah, it's a little similar to the shape on the mom. That won't change a thing. If the flower means a lot to you, then I'm fine with you keeping it. I'm sorry if I had to cause you some trouble. Thank you for understanding. Now please leave this A loud voice comes from behind. Looks like I saved you again, Najee. What just... Useless like always. Everything was fine. Everything was fine, Polly. We are not here to make friends. If that slut is right, then we need to be more serious. You are right, but we can do... You're right, but we can do thing differently. Zozo! Everyone's upset. Okay. I'm not trying to die, Najee. What are you even doing right now? We need to get the flower to Miss Cherrybelle. For what reason? Because it's important to her. So nothing then. She might know something, Polly. I don't even know who Miss Cherrybelle is, so why should I care? It's the bunny person. Alright, well, I'm getting rid of this damn flower. And putting you back on track. So that's another thing. Like, what do you mean putting her back on track? What does that exactly mean with this? Your dog's name is No, her name is Zoe. Lovingly, I will call her Zozo or Zoseph. If she's in trouble, she is Zoseph Mildred. That is her in trouble name. The other dog is Duke. He is Sir Dukington of titles when he's in trouble. So yeah, like, what does it mean to get back on track? I'm also wondering if Polly even really sees the mates. Like, is Polly seeing the same thing that everyone else is, like, that Najee is seeing? Because she didn't eat the food. And there's something, like, why have a scene of them eating? Why talk about it if it's not useful in some part of the narrative is my thing. Like, you're not going to write and then illustrate and make music for a whole section that's not important. And, like, not even, like, I understand maybe a red herring of some kind, but, like, that doesn't make a lot of sense to have a whole built out, fluffed out scene talking about food when it's not important to the narrative in any way. Polly grabs the flower and rips it in half. How do you rip a flower in half? That's not half. Well, this is what happens when you fool around, Najee. Wow, it's just got really dark, so, like, we should leave. The feeling of death disappears. So the flower was death? Or are they in the literal underworld? Because they're feeling death. Because if you don't care about someone, you're not going to go to the back and, like, figure out what everyone's doing. And then rescue Najee. Bird, back on track, I guess, would be following the feeling of death, but she already did, which led her to Miss Cherrybelle's house. Confusing for sure. Yeah, the get back on track feels very much like the teacher saying you should pay attention next time. Like, this feels like it was a weird side quest, like something like an NPC would tell a player, like, you're going the wrong direction, kind of a deal. I gotta get out of here. Hey, Taryn, how you doing? I miss you, Charlie. Come back to me. And there's, like, a flower coming out of this skeleton guy's head. And we don't know a Charlie. I think I made it home in time to make it. Yeah, I love seeing you here, Darren. He ran away. Oh, Margaret, why did you have to die? See, like, they're talking about people dying. Run away. No. There you are, Najee. We just found Polly and... we need to get out of here. I was thinking that same thing. Polly ripped the flower and now everything is falling apart. I look over and see Polly and Zane fighting. You killed Bun Bun! She was a distraction, just a waste of our time. I don't think that constitutes murder. Just saying. Fun fact. Bird, I wonder if the mushroom spider and other creatures were once human. They seem to have human aspects. Yes. Or at least forms of trauma. I don't know about the dog. But like the spider being a creepy guy who's trying to creep on you. The mushroom saying a rhyme. They feel like there's something. I just don't know yet. And I don't know if I'm supposed to be able to figure it out from this episode or if it's going to become clear a little bit later. Yeah, and what if I did the same to you? You couldn't kill me if you tried. Why don't I try? Also, why is she posed like this? Why is she posed like this? Why? I don't like it. Bring it. Zane grabs a very ugly rock and throws it at Polly. I was just going to ask that. Well, I don't have the answer. Ooh, I don't like the sound. Polly tackles Zane to the ground. Listen to me. I want to save us. If you really want to die, then go ahead. But let all of us live, you selfish bitch. I will just... Please get off of me. Fine. Everyone got up and ran to the forest. So based on what the flower said, I assume literally the world is crumbling because the flower is gone. And if we are to think about it in the way that this is the underworld, everything's like out of whack and removed and just... There's something here. It just, I feel like I'm missing a piece that connects something. Like, I feel like there's something, there's just like one thing, and if I can put it in place, everything will make a bit more sense. But I don't know what that is. Where did the school go? I don't know, but we need to hurry. Over there. Polly points to a small bathroom shed. Would that really work? It's our best hope. We all run into the bathroom. And it's the bathroom. Kind of like the TARDIS a little bit, where it seems a lot bigger on the inside than it would have been on the outside if it was just a bathroom shed. We made it? Looks like it worked. Polly runs and drinks water. Weister faster. Water has never felt so good. Zane runs to the toilet and throw up, which is also what Zane said that she did when she entered the bathroom. She like went to find a bathroom in a hotel to go throw up. So I think when Zane is stressed, that's like her reaction to things. Just before I could speak, everything went black. What? Why am I here? The bathroom club. So yeah, that's where this episode ends, is that they all enter the bathroom and Polly returns. Day 1, made by I Have a Face. Art by I Have a Face. Music by I Have a Face. And please go check them out. I have a link to the channel in the description. Go subscribe, because as I said, without them doing this, we wouldn't have a little treat to go over tonight. So if you want treats, you gotta pay the piper. You gotta say, yes, daddy, may I have another? You gotta go ask. And that, by the way that you can do that, is by going and commenting on this video, as I said, subscribing and liking all the actual videos and giving them a watch as well. And maybe you could find more clues that, you know, we didn't find, or we can go back a little bit. So I keep thinking you're saying back room when you say bathroom. Sorry. Is it my thick accent? What if Polly has played the game before? The back on track and her fight with Zane makes it seem like she might also know something more. She also points at the bathroom immediately. That's true. Interesting point. I thought it'd also be interesting. So this is also the first one that hasn't had an unlisted video attached to it as well. But I want to go look at a few of the comments. There's a lot of comments. You guys could be here, and we could be talking about you too. Born to be 20 years ago, forced to be 2 days ago. That's also this thing. And maybe it's just me being old. I don't get some of these comments. A lot of them are like, oh, I can't believe I was here 20 years before. And I don't know what that means. And if anyone wants to explain it to me, I would really enjoy it. But yeah, actually 3 days ago, yada, yada. Okay. The type of video that would get recommended 16 years later. What does this mean? Am I old? Unskippable title. Another internet checkpoint. Okay, this we talked about a little bit with internet checkpoints in my video, so that makes sense. You didn't find this video. The video found you or something. Anyways, it was super well done video. I agree. Also, did I like this video? I did. See? I practice what I preach. I thought I was about to see 20 years ago. Is this a thing? What is this? So we all got this on our recommended. We're all unemployed. I'm employed. Hello, niche community. This is lore. Yeah, you can come join us over here. We're enjoying this. Why isn't anyone actually talking about the actual video? Thank you. Thank you. That's a good question. People are too lazy to watch, and 1 hour masterpiece video itself should be getting more attention. Very much agree. Bleep, gloop, zoop. That's not, okay. That's not helpful. This video is a mature audience only. Okay, I can be mature. I have a face. Oh my goodness. Me too. Y'all in the comments aren't helpful. Just so you know that. My typical experience while playing another indie RPG maker game that only the creator and I know about. And somehow manly badass hero as well. No, it's not romantic. How we are all here. We just... okay. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Does anyone else have any theories they want to talk about? Anyone have any theories? Anyone notice something that maybe I didn't touch upon? Or we could just chill for a little bit. But yeah, I will say there's this. There's so much blank face that I have. That's the first unfiction ARG story that came out from this creator. I don't know. It's a lot. I'm gonna move myself to the middle. I realize if you're on the TV, that's fine, but when you're on the phone, it doesn't make any sense when I'm off to one side a little bit. I've watched a lot of blank face. I've not watched all of it. It gets a little too surrealist for me at times. I'm really liking how this is more of a story-driven narrative than blank face was, or from what I can tell. I just love you. Thank you. That's all I need. I just need your love and admiration. And then I'll be fine. I'm gonna take off headphones. Hurt my head after a while. But yeah, so how do I feel about it? What do I think? I think Mr. Fright has a point bringing up, what is Justin doing back there? What are you doing back here? He's playing a game that I can't pronounce. What am I doing? I want my hair to have volume, but I'm also a millennial. The ending of the episode is really interesting to me. I think it implies the bathroom is definitely a nexus. I agree. I think that is, like, fairly confirmed, but, like, I also thought of that theory, so I'm like, yeah, it's confirmed. Of course, I thought of it. Yeah. But, like... did we get returned back to the classroom because it's a bad ending? And as I said, like, get back on track. And this also, where we end up back in the classroom looks like it's right before where the teacher says you should pay attention again. And I think we do get warnings that we're going to keep coming back. So, like, what choice was not a good choice? Was it the mushroom? Because that little heart came up with the meh face. And there's, like, people talking about dying. But also the other characters only start to talk about dying, or other, like, things around only start to talk about death once Najee says she doesn't feel death anymore, which is odd. And also her knowing that she doesn't feel death anymore, she knows it's a bad thing. So the bathroom is like Denny's. The old theory that Denny's are all really the same Denny's, and sometimes you get the split, you get spit back out into the wrong parking lot. I've never heard that theory, but I fully agree with it. I don't think it's the wrong Denny's. I think it's like an RPG. I think it's a game, and you come back to it if you make not a great choice. I think it's cute you two are doing two different things in the same room. Like, I have to do my show in another room while Rob watches TV. Oh no. I mean, like, he gives me this room when I'm recording. But no, this is our hobby room right now, so we share it. And he's so cute. He's so cute that he gets to be on camera with me. No, we hang out a lot. This is actually how we hang out. Like, when we had our apartment, we had, like, the living room was attached to the dining room area, and his computer was in the dining room, and I would, like, watch, like, TV and do stuff in the living room. And I do wonder, when Najee says she feels death, Does she mean she feels like she is dying versus like being left and mourning someone? Because those creatures in the maze were clearly in mourning. Even though they were like skeletal and stuff like that. But they were like, you know, Charlie, why'd you have to go? Margaret, why did you have to die? So they were clearly in mourning. They weren't dead. But they were the one quite literally pushing daisies because there was flowers on them. If it picks back up where we left off, I wonder if the characters will be clueless or if they'll remember what happens in day one. Polly especially, if they retain memories outside the game. That is a good point. That is a good point. And maybe that's the thing, is that like this is like the first arc and things are, you know, a lot of questions are getting set up and we're going to have to wait for some answers. Because we also have, there was no code in this one like there has been in the previous 2 installments. And the code is all referencing like, have you found, like you found me, and then talking about like, help me find my sister, help me find my brother. And the way Najee talks makes it pretty clear that Najee doesn't have any siblings. Like, she wakes up and she's alone. Well, actually, before that, she's like talking to her, what she thinks is her mom, who's passed away. And that was really loud. I'm so sorry. Who has passed away. And clearly, like, if there were siblings, like, you would kind of explain why you were lonely and, like, where your siblings went. Because she only talks about her father. She doesn't talk about siblings ever. So I would be very surprised to learn if she had a brother and a sister. That feels a little out of place. They did in Jumanji, LOL. They remembered. Can you, Taryn, can you send me what you're talking about in a little more detail? Because I do want, like, I am wondering if this is referencing other things. I don't know. I feel like Error or I Have a Face or Blank Face or whatever, I feel like he's a bit younger than I am, so I don't know if he would be referencing Jumanji, which is something that I had in my childhood. Like the original movie, not... Actually, the other movie was based on a video game. Maybe I should watch the new Jumanji. Is this all an allegory for Jumanji? I'm going to start saying ridiculous theories till I get answers. This is an allegory for Jumanji. Everyone go report on that. Go to the news media and tell them we all found out the truth. It's Jumanji. I think I remember you comparing that, what code said to kids playing hide and seek. Yeah, I did. I said it is very similar. It might be like children playing hide and seek. Maybe it explains the misspelled words, bad grammar too. Like the kid is also speaking through the dialogue maybe. Oh. Ooh, it's like a child? I would have looked to see if it's misspelled words create sentences. I tried to do that with the first video. I haven't tried it since the second or since the first. I tried doing that. I tried also taking the words that were weirdly capitalized because the first video has a whole string of words that are not supposed to be capitalized, like school and... I don't think of school right now, but school was capitalized when school shouldn't have been capitalized. In Jumanji, they were in the game. They came out, but remembered what happened in the... Oh, that's what you're talking about. Oh, okay. Yeah. But also someone says here too, Bird, that like it reminds them of an RPG, of an indie RPG maker. And I haven't played a lot of those, but I wonder if like if you would have insight. Like, is this like, are they just like doing a nod how like indie RPG people spell things wrong all the time? Is that like a trope that I just don't know? Am I just not in the know? Curious. I'm just trying to engage. Oh, clearly I have no idea what I'm talking about. Just throwing. No, I mean, Taryn, it's helpful. You're doing a great job. This is half of what things are. Is what do you think about this? And then you try to see if you can find evidence to make that make sense. So yeah. And yes, you have to watch the second one. It was great. Okay, I'll watch the second Jumanji. I don't know either about that. Not too familiar with RPG Maker. I'm not either. I don't really play video games except the occasional dating sim like I'm doing right now. And I played a little bit of Slay the Princess. But like once again, just a point and click. I'm really good at point and clicks. You're only one mate. Ha ha ha. Oh, hi. Kyle, how are you doing? Haven't seen you in a while. A new Jumanji is coming. A new one? What do you mean a new one?
Yeah, Tumanji.
Tumanji? Tumanji or not Tumanji? That is the question. This is actually all an allegory for Hamlet. This whole thing. The mom is the dead father who appears to Hamlet. Polly is Ophelia. No, Polly wouldn't be Ophelia. Zane would be Ophelia. Zane's Ophelia. Tab is the queen who's in love with someone. With Jumanji. You know, we all read Hamlet, right? Remember how the queen in Hamlet was in love with Jumanji? And the sweaty guy and rock Lisa is Rosencrantz and Guildenstern. Prove me wrong. Go ahead, prove me wrong. I thought the internet was for weighing in heavily on things without knowing all the facts. That is true, Ko. And actually, I need you to weigh heavier on these things. I need you to take a very hard stance. Jumanji open world. Okay. I think. Okay. Okay. Do you guys hear that car outside? Settle down. Anyway, just another day in paradise. Meet me in paradise. Is that a Phil Collins song? Probably is. He's not answering me. Each day is better than the next. That's great. I love that for you. Are we about to find out who did it? No. We're not about to find out who did it. We might never find out who did it. I'll probably look back at what Polly says later and see if I can craft a theory regarding her having played the game before. Her dialogue is questionable. Very questionable. It's also so interesting because Tab doesn't trust anybody, but is so offended. Like, and I say don't trust anybody, I mean, like, she doesn't trust Bun Bun, which is like, or Miss Cherry Belle, which is very fair. As someone who is past my high school years and has like a job and a home that I have to pay for, I would also not trust a woman in the woods wearing a rabbit mask. You couldn't pay me to trust a woman in the woods wearing a rabbit mask. That is not my style of living. I don't blame her, but she's also so offended that that Najee doesn't trust her or questions it. And it just makes me wonder that, like, does Tab know that there was a choice given? Or is Tab going based off, like, the fact that Najee, like, paused or something? Like, how much do these characters know that they're in a game? Because sometimes it feels like they really know, and sometimes it feels like they really don't know. And once again, like, they're like, breezing through things. Like, the sweaty man, they're like, that guy sucked. And it's like, yeah, that guy did suck. Okay, bye. And then this lady in the woods, and like, it still feels grounded in reality when Tab's like, hey, don't go in there. And Polly's like, hey, I'm not going in there. That's insane. That's crazy. But then no one's panicking that there's a talking rock. And, you know, by the time Najee enters the maze, there's a talking spider trying to get her hand in marriage. And she's like, no, I'm just not into you right now. I don't have a crush. Versus like, oh my God, there's a spider that's trying to marry me. And he's creepy. And he might have nipples. The spider didn't have nipples. I just can't see things right. Rock Lisa will return in Avengers Doomsday. I love that idea. I love the first Jumanji. The second was great for different reasons. Looking forward to the next one. Okay. I love the first Jumanji. I've never seen the second Jumanji. My theory is that they are aliens. The Martians did it. We're not on Earth. We woke up and it's all a dream and it was one armed man. We traveled back in time to find out we can change anyway. That sounds like a complicated relationship with a rock and a spider, right? Also, you didn't explain the bathroom in any of it. It makes me feel like you just entered in this live stream and you have no clue what we're talking about. Also, Polly killing Bun Bun seems crazy. She was way too comfortable with that, and also it happened quite fast. It also doesn't say how she killed her. Like, that's not part of the dialogue. Like, did Bun Bun collapse when the when the flower got ripped apart? Did, like, Polly come in and go, like, bam, bam, and, like, get her? Like, what? Like, and as I said, they at one point described her as a woman in a bunny mask. So, like, this is a full-on person. What are you talking about? I don't know what any of this is. Same. I'm theorizing about it, and I really don't know what this is. It's one big puzzle, so we're all trying to solve it to see if we can figure it out before we're given all the pieces. It's like a storied video game is the best way to put it. Like, it's just a puzzle game. Oh, the flower ripping apart may have killed her, yeah, but it's so vague. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know if, like, Polly came out of the... How did Polly get out of the maze so quickly? And Najee didn't. And that still makes me think that, like, Polly doesn't see a maze. But, like, she does see the flower, but I don't feel like she sees, like, the maze. Because she got in there so quickly, and she got out so quickly. And then, yeah, like, oh, you killed Bun Bun. Like, how? And how'd you do it so fast? She didn't have Rock Lisa hidden. I have to assume because of the sexy, sultry bra string pull that Rock Lisa was just in Zane's bra, which, ow? Owie? But I don't know. That is exactly what happened, mate. Haha. I'm no brain surgery, but I'll happily throw my hand up if we needed one. I haven't done this recently or in the past. Thanks, Kyle. I appreciate it. Hey, Isabel, me too. We're in this together. I love putting jigsaw puzzles together without seeing the actual box image of what's supposed to look like. That's what we're doing, essentially, but in video form. Food altering your perception is fairy story thing. Yes, that is also, yeah. So, yeah, eating certain things will bring you to the fairy world as well, like mushrooms. That's also fairy world shit. Yeah, like mushrooms as well. Yes, yes. So, yeah, they're in a different world. But whose world is it? What's another obscure reference I can make? This is an allegory for the Little Mermaid, because there's fish in the window. There we go. You're told never to take food from fairies, I think because people would likely be poisoned or something else. Oh, no, if you eat food, you become part of the fairy world, and you have to, like, stay there and be their prisoner. That's, like, how the changelings work. So if you eat food from the fairy world, you'll get trapped in the fairy world. The same thing with Persephone. I don't know. And we have yet to get any information regarding the talking cat, which bothers me. Also, the yellow video, just for me. This is still quite confusing. Yeah. As I said, Blank Face was a very surrealist piece. And I don't know if I could follow it super well. It sometimes just feels very silly to me. And I like this better, like a character-driven narrative versus just like, I don't know what's going on in Blank Face. It seemed very solid at the beginning, and then I accidentally started watching it backwards because the way that that playlist was set up, and I was like, what is going on? Who are these people? What happened to the murderer and the dog? That's the other thing. The dog appears. Oh my gosh, that's the other thing. So like, there's something, we know that there's something to do with the yellow room based on the sweaty man and things that happened in the previous ARG of Blank Face. Watch my video to understand that. Cats keep coming up, specifically an orange cat, because the orange cat, and this is gonna make me sound insane if you haven't seen it, I'm so sorry. The orange cat comes up in several videos and of Blank Face, the previous ARG, and talks about a yellow room, and is how we know a yellow room exists. The white room. I'm sorry, the white room. The white room. You're white. You're white. You're right. You are correct. I am so sorry. I don't know why yellow is like stuck in my brain, but white. The white room, not the yellow room. The white room exists. According to Blank Face, no one has found what this white room is supposed to be. We've also not found out what the orange cat is about. The orange cat is a talking cat. And Zane mentions a talking cat explaining the rules of the public bathroom. I'm sorry, I heard him typing furiously and I wanted to make sure he wasn't fact-checking me behind my back, because that's rude. So, sorry, wow. So we know that exists, but also in Blank Face, there was mentioned several times of a man with a dog. And there have been images of dogs more subtly put through this one, where like in the dream sequence, there is a dog in the background. This time there's a dog like barking, but there's there's that spider that kind of acts like a man, but I guess that's not like really a man. Yeah, I don't know. There's something about dogs too. Blank Face had a lot of environmental stuff involved in it, like talking about trees and whatnot. So I'm sure the environment and animals is going to be big in this one as well. The cat is clearly a character carried over from the previous project. I don't know if there was a specific dog in Blank Face, or if this is just dogs in general. That's true. There's a dog in the thumbnail video of the Fatty Catty Show deleted video. Yeah. So recently, if you're in the Discord for this ARG, you can see that there the deleted video that Blank Face references in their farewell to the old project was re-uploaded, so you can kind of see that. I don't know how much I want to go off that, because like it is interesting, but like I don't know if I want to go off that, because if it was deleted, was it deleted for a reason? Like, is it lore accurate? I don't know. There's a lot there. I am excited about this. This is really fun. Speaking of the Discord, I have put a link to join the Discord where people are theorizing about that. If you've been watching, Bird, who's popped up in the chat, Bird appeared, who's popped up in the chat a couple of times, is in there. They have been great. with just talking and stuff like that. So if you have theories or you want to keep up with this, please feel free to join the Discord. I'm sure we would love to have great minds up in there thinking about stuff real hard. Yeah, you think real hard. Get it. Okay. But yeah. This was a lot of fun. I'm admittedly kind of tired tonight, I'm not gonna lie, so I'm probably gonna end the stream a little bit early, but I'll give everybody a chance before we do. Any questions, comments, or concerns before I sign us out for the night? I'll give everyone a moment to think about that. While I check my phone like a true streamer. Okay. But yeah, I'm working on, I have one video that I've done an initial edit for. I gotta add like stuff into it. That will be going up next Tuesday, so I really gotta work on that. I gotta get working on it. That one's going to be about Okiku, which is a Japanese doll that is haunted and grows hair. And then I'm working on another ARG overview of 11BX1371. So that's going to be another video for August. I think for right now, the plan is to do one paranormal and one unfiction / ARG coverage. So yeah, if you have anyone that you need to check out, let me know. Either paranormal story or an ARG / unfiction. I'd be interested in looking. So yeah, I guess we just have to wait and see on day 2 of the Public Bathroom Club, which I'm excited to watch. This was fun stream, by the way. Thank you so much, and thank you so much for joining us. It was a lot of fun. Before we go, please remember to please remember to comment after the stream. Please remember to share with a friend. And if you're new here, please subscribe. Because here at Ladies Fright, I like to offer you 10%. 10% of what? You're asking? That's a great question. So you might get 10% more likely to have toilet paper in a public bathroom stall and not have to ask someone to spare a square. You might be 10% less likely to carry toilet paper out on your foot when you leave that said public bathroom. Or you could be 10% more likely to walk into the incorrect gendered bathroom. But you won't know until you like, comment, subscribe, or share. Or it could be 40% because it does build on itself. So yeah, that's just so you know. That's my little pitch for everybody. I guess the easier question would be, what hasn't been going on? Talking rocks, dogs, cats, missing video in-law. Video in-law, I like that. Multicolored rooms, pocket dimensions, fairies trapping you with food. Intense. It's very intense. My life is so intense. Proposing spiders was a personal highlight. I'm glad you like that, Kyle. I'm glad you enjoyed that. Okay. That being said, I'm going to head out for the night. I'm very tired, but thank you all for joining. And yeah, share this with some friends. And please join the Discord. Actually, I'm going to up it to 50% if you join the Discord. You can get another 10% out of joining the Discord that's in the link. Okay,